All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Tech Chess. Think it's a bit loud? Is it? Nah, I don't think so. But it's crisp. A very crisp microphone equals a very high quality stream. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. This is Steve Nyanumba with Tech Chess, and today we're gonna come back very strong when it comes to my webcam not working. Interesting. But this is one of those frustrations. Let me be right back. It should be working right now, but I think there's something up. There's something up with my camera. This is one of those days, man. Well, camera is not working. I don't understand it myself. I don't get it. Why will the camera not work? Right, it's a webcam. Try that other USB port. Nothing, absolutely nothing. Like legit, there's no other camera that's connected to my system. What's going on? What is actually happening today? Days, man. absolutely no. You've got to be kidding me. Discard those changes. Properties again. Finally, like, I've tried so hard to make sure this thing works, and absolutely nothing. Yeah, that's better. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the live stream. This is Steve Nyanumba back again with Tech Chess to teach you about building Laravel applications from scratch. This is day 2 of that stocks app that we started yesterday, and we are not going to take it slow from now on. This is going to be serious as ever. I don't know if my mic is on. For those guys who are joining me live today, welcome to the stream. As always, for those guys who will be watching this video later on in the day, welcome and thank you so much for checking out this video. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button. We're trying to hit 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours of watch time. I'm not gonna lie over here, man. I'm aiming for monetization. I'm not going to lie to people over here. I'm looking at taking whatever it is that I have as skills to teach it to you guys for free, and in the end, maybe or somehow I will get monetized. But enough of that shenanigans and all that statement and mumbo jumbo. Let us look at where we left off yesterday when it comes to the stocks application that we had started. And I really do hope that for most of the people who are going to join up here, they're going to learn a lot. Now, the first things first, before we continue, we need to check out the status. So, as you can see, we had modified some stuff that we didn't save on Git by the time we ended the live stream yesterday. First things first, I'll just do a bit of npm run dev, which will run vite, and I can open another terminal as that runs. So, oh, by the way, drink of choice today is coffee again. Don't get surprised, man. Coffee is the order of the day. Today is Champions League night. Chelsea play against AC Milan. For those guys who actually care anything about football, then you'll know indeed that I'm rooting for Chelsea to win, as I am a Chelsea fan. But in the end of the day, may the best team win, which is Chelsea. And therefore, as you can see the cup, we do not fail, because we as the pensioners will prevail. Strong coffee today. Yeah, quite strong. Now add some sugar. Didn't put sugar in. Nowadays I've been trying to eat, but to take coffee without sugar. It's been a bit of a strange journey because coffee without sugar does not like me. I can handle that. Or not. It's a bit strong. Anyway, I'm using a gold brand today. Bernard Chisumo, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. We are going to carry on from... You've come right on time, actually. You've actually come right on time. We're just about to start off. The only command that I've run is npm run dev to carry on with the project. So we've just started, and we're about to carry on and move on forward with each and every single bit of this section for where we render these different stuff, where we come to this dashboard as well. there's some things I want to eradicate. First of all, the fact that this dashboard.view exists, I don't like it, so I'm gonna move it to the recycle bin. And then I am going to deal with only the dashboard that's in the admin section and the dashboard that's in the employees section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to paste this in here because it's pretty much the same code I'm going to be putting in. I'm going to remove the welcome, and what I'll just do is h1 maybe to just denote that this is the employees dashboard. The other one can stay with the welcome for now, just until we find a way to get rid of like all these different stylings and find a way to combat this using, you know, Bootstrap and the rest. Because this entire app layout is also going to change heavily. I believe Bootstrap is the best framework out there when it comes to front-end development. Of course, Material UI also like has a say to everything, but I mean, Bootstrap is the way. Bootstrap is indeed the way. But we'll try. You know what? We'll try as much as we can to work with Tailwind. If the learning curve is too steep, we'll switch. Okay, so we did the routes for the admins section of things. We didn't do the routes for the you know, the employees section. The only route I want to do for the employees section is the dashboard itself. So this one will be employees, and then the middleware, of course, will be just as long as you log in, that's okay. Yeah, so that's it. And then we'll come to employee. Then what I want to do is I want to create that dashboard controller for the employees. So I'm going to do PHP artisan make controller, and then I'll do employee / dashboard controller, and I'll just do it like that, a plain one, so that at least once that comes about, I'll be able to now say, okay, I want an index function. The function is index. And then what we want to do is return the inertia render. And what we're rendering is the employees dashboard. So this is pages employee dashboard. I think it should have actually underlined it if it existed. No, it's employee dashboard. Yeah, should have underlined still. Should have been underlined. Return inertia render. Maybe I've done it wrong. Maybe my brain is farting as it speak. Because look at this. Return inertia render dashboard. It should have actually underlined. Oh, it's dot. Employee dot dashboard. Jeez. This should be admin dot dashboard. Okay, cool. I think we're good. Woo, that's strong coffee. God damn. And you only take a sip after an hour. Sip per hour. Alright, so those routes are working. Everything is seeming to be in effect. I'll save the web. So employees. This one was admin employee. Let's just do a singular employee. I'll get dashboard. Alright, so there's one thing I like to do is to ensure that the person who is an administrator doesn't have to enter the employee's dashboard. So what we're going to do here is we're going to add a construct function. Either that or middleware. Let's just do the middleware bit. So pa make middleware, and then this will be employee. Yeah, employee. I'm going to go to the middleware section, go to the employee, and return next request only if we have. So I'm going to go to how the administrator was done. I'm going to take this, and then I'm going to come into employee, and then say return auth user is admin. So I'm going to return not auth user is admin. So I could even encompass this in like this. It will work. It will do the same thing, same job. So I'll come in here, add verified. I'll add employee. Oh no, I have to register this middleware. So I'll come to kernel and then go all the way down till this point over here, duplicate this line, and then have employee, the super admin. So the super is here, administrator is here, employee is here. Okay, so that's it. That's that. So you're not an employee. So let's try that out. Let's go to the application itself. So I'm going to use great. So this is where I'm going to be varied here. I'm going to open the stocks app, and already it's going to lead me to, yeah, so adminstocksapp.com. I'm going to log in, and you can see the employee dashboard controller does not exist. Why does it not exist? It's because well, what I put here, dashboard controller, which is the same as dashboard controller, employee dashboard controller does not exist. Why is that? Yeah, we did not import it. So we didn't import it. So what I'm going to do here is just to duplicate this line and then call for the employee. And that's it. That's that. I'm going to refresh the login, and then it says forbidden, you're not an employee. So this will redirect us to the employee dashboard. If I go to admin dashboard, then it will take us to the admin dashboard, which is good. Except there are a few things that have been caught up and refuse us to open this page. For one, this page's admin dashboard.view not found. What we can do here is refactor some of that code. So it's at layout. Actually, everything here is okay. It's just the template. It's just the template itself, which is in app layout. So the problem here, first of all, let's see. It says page not found. Pages admin dashboard.view. Problem. You could otherwise just go to the dashboard controller and just do one employee/dashboard, and then maybe also here admin/dashboard, which is exactly what I'm going to do. So let's try that and refresh, and I think everything will be okay. The only problem now we'll be having is the WebSocket failing to connect with Vite. Which is not a big problem. I mean, if not Vite, then these problems will only be limited to just the dev tools failing. So I guess my problems are not there. I mean, we are good, we are sorted. So if I go to employees dashboard, you're not an employee. So why are you not an employee? Why is it redirecting us to the employees dashboard? Let's have a look. So over here we say if so the middleware over here, we're getting the dashboard, right? And we're redirecting from home to the dashboard. If the authenticated user is an administrator, then redirect to the dashboard. If not, then abort. Oh, that's why. So this should be employee.dashboard. So let's actually refresh this. Should redirect us to the admin dashboard. Yeah, there we go. So we log out, then we log in. So there's another thing I want to do is add leeway for this, add a way for this particular administrator to be able to add users to the system. Before we continue this music, we need to change it kidogo. Alright, let's do it. So let's add users. Let's add a users section. I'm going to go to app layout.view. I'm going to clear out lots of things here because I think some of these things are not even required here. Like I know this template for this templating engine called Tailwind. Okay, this front-end framework called Tailwind is you need to code so many things at the same time so that you can be able to cater for all devices. And I can see the responsiveness is real with Tailwind, but I'm not having it. Like I'm just not pro Tailwind at this point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to npm install SaaS. That's the first step. Then I'm going to go into Vite and I'm going to remove okay, this is resources.js app.js. I'm going to go back to resources.js and then I'm going to go to app.js. This is where all the view is interacted with, and then there's this part for the CSS, which is being brought in through this channel over here, which has a lot of Tailwind. But I'm getting rid of Tailwind. So in order for me to get rid of Tailwind, all I just will probably do is, first of all, Bootstrap works. This Bootstrap.js works. So what I'm going to do in this situation, since app.js also imports this /bootstrap, I'm going to get rid of this part here, save it, and now we do not have any CSS. And then the moment we bring in a certain package over here called admin LTE, I think we'll use admin LTE because it's like a very universal template. So I'm going to do npm install admin/LTE. I think it will bring in version 3 or version 4. I don't know if it's reached version 4 yet, but we'll see. The version is version 3.2, which is good. I like it. Are we hearing this music, man? I like this. I like this. What song is this? Which genre is this, first of all? Stream beats are doing mad. The album is called Legend. It's for 100 Thieves. You know what? I'm gonna play this and hopefully stumble upon this song again. So let it just play. Hopefully this album is all good, just like that song, just like that one. Where is? All right, so admin LTE is installed. We'll go about installing it from Node.js in a few, but the JavaScript, of course, is imported through the following. So I'll say import, then I'll come in here and say admin LTE. That's just the JavaScript bit of it. Now, when we come to the CSS, I will do the same thing. Import admin LTE, and then I'll do a slash, and then go to the distributables, and then I'll go to the CSS, and then I'll come into the alt, and then I'll come in and look for the hold on, CSS, and then this should actually have directed me. Node modules, please don't misbehave like this again. Admin LTE, then distributable CSS, and then you'll see admin LTE.css. Gotta take a break right now. Admin LTE.css. Save this. Open up the package, and then we'll see a lot of shenanigans in this. I am coming to fix this. This will be fun. This will be definitely a lot of fun. We'll see you guys in the next 15 minutes. Just give it a second. No, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I guarantee. Okay, we're back. We switched the case. We switched the case. We have a lot of errors to fix. I'm feeling very, very happy about these errors coming about because I have not dealt with Vue.js for quite some time. For quite a long time. Let's deal with it right now. Okay, so maybe this may not work. Let's save it and refresh and we see what happens next. Of course, the CSS has not been dealt with. So what we're going to do in this situation now, because there's a reason why I installed Sass over here, and npm install Sass so that we can be able to sort it out here. So I'm going to go to resources. I'm going to create a folder called SASS, and then I'm going to create a file called app.scss. Like so. Then here is where we're going to import a lot of the stuff that is required. But the first things first, I don't think we'll be using post CSS, and if we use it, we're not going to be using Tailwind. So that's another thing. So let's just refresh this. All right, so it's still working, it's still on. Now, inside app.scss, by the way, we have to include it in Vite. So we're going to say input, there are two inputs, resources, SASS, app.scss. Save that. Once we do this, I think we'll have to also refresh this. Okay, this is fine. And this post CSS. Let's see. Let's test this out. So body. Background color, it's going to be black. Save it. Don't pay attention to my Skype messages for now, please. And yes, I do indeed still use Skype. Okay, so I think we're good to go in this point in time. There's this bit of content for the default theme of Tailwind, which is really bugging me whether or not we should be having it here. I'm going to delete this config for Tailwind because I doubt there's need for it. Yeah, then everything else just works seamlessly. We have auto prefixer coming in. Let's do this. Nothing yet, still working. I think that should have been sorted inside the views. Yeah, I think that should be the case. So there should be like two. Yeah, so there should be an array. The first one is there, and the second one is here, which is resources/sas/app.scss. Once you do that, we refresh. Let's see what happens. Yep, so it works now. So now when we move on forward, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to start first by importing the admin LTE items. I know we're going to be using Bootstrap 5, so I'm just going to npm install Bootstrap, and I'm going to install the required packages for Bootstrap. So there's Popper, JS, Core, and there's Jquery. Right. Of course, that's going to be so easy to set up, because if I come into my JS app with bootstrap.js over here, so I'm going to come in here and say import all as Bootstrap from Bootstrap, right? And then before Bootstrap is even imported, I'll need to import Popper. Right. After importing Popper, I'll also need to import some Jquery. So I'll import Jquery from Jquery, and then from that point onwards, I'll do. Sorry, why am I splitting this with the comma instead of some semicolon? And then now we do the main things over here. So we'll start saying window dot Jquery, or $ is equal to Jquery, or is equal to window dot Jquery, which is equal to Jquery itself, right? Then we move on to the next one, which is window dot bootstrap, which is equal to, at this point, Bootstrap. And we have everything sorted at this point, so I don't think we've left anything behind per se. If we now import Bootstrap over here, so we'll start with the node modules, because Vite reads files from the root folder, so I'll just start with node modules, and then we'll start with slash over here, Bootstrap, and then I'll do SCSS, then I'll do Bootstrap. Right, and then I'll save this. So now I'll come in here and do a whole refresh and see how it fares on. So you can see there's so many errors that come into play, and there's some things that have been unhandled. There's some things that have thrown errors left, right, and center. So we need to sort them out one by one, and I doubt everything has shown the true errors really. So what I'm going to do for the sake of this project is I am going to create another inertia project, and then I'm going to convert it to Bootstrap so that I can be able to draft the projects. I'm able to get the projects files and use them as a template. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the www, and then I'm going to just go to new folder, and then I'm going to say, no, not new folder. I'm going to open this in the terminal. Then the first things first, I'm going to do npm npm, what am I saying? Laravel, new test app, and then I'm going to do --jet, just for very quick efficiency. I'm going to do inertia, no teams, and we move. So the test app is being created. There it is. In the meantime, I'm just going to open it in code. So code test app, And then we can watch these this project craft itself as we see. This is the same test app, really. No, this is not the same test app. I was right. It's only the same test app. So I need to close this one. Then I need to close this, close all of those. Let's open this and we watch. Once it's ready, then we'll be able to now start changing stuff from, you know, Tailwind to Bootstrap immediately. The package we're going to be using in this situation is this one, Nascent Africa Jetstrap. I like this beats. Is this still stream beats? Jesus, Harris, you've outdone yourself, man. Yeah. So yeah, we're good. This is the one that we're going to be using. I don't think this guy uses let's look at the master, because I thought this guy uses the Vite to sort it out, because this is still on version of Laravel 8 and stuff. I wish Laravel will just go back to the Laravel will just go back to Bootstrap, because man, Tailwind is just another situation on its own. Almost done installing this. Done these migrations. And we won't even go as far as like saying, you know, let's create a database and, you know, start running those things. We won't go that far. We just need the app layout.js. Like that's all we need at this point. And then video is building for production, and we're almost done. Boom, we're ready. So we'll close this and we will be set to start running stuff over here. So the first thing I want to do is composer require nascent hyphen Africa / jetstrap. Now this will install the package for jetstrap, where it just changes anything that's Tailwind to Bootstrap. And we're almost done, and we're almost ready. Great. That should be it. All right, so now we just need to do PHP artisan jetstrap :swap, and then we need to state the package. The package in this situation will be inertia. And it's done the swap, and then we just need to do npm install, and that's it. Now we go back to resources.js, and then we look at this component over here. This is the Jetstream component. We have the app layout. The app layout now changes generally. So I'm going to come in here and copy this, and then going to go back to the main piece of code. Go to app.blade.php. No, sorry, not app.blade.php, but rather we're going to go to app layout.view. I'm going to take everything and comment it out, or rather it's not even commenting it out itself out. Let's see, could it just comment itself out? Like, it's not even beginning. Okay, let's just go to the very top and then comment out from the very beginning, which is template. Just gonna comment this out, and it's refusing still. Anything with Alright, anything with a comment, I'm going to do shift end and then erase, so that we can do it properly. Yeah, perfect. Now I'm going to paste the Bootstrap code here. Believe that's it. And then at this point now we need to change a few things, like say for example, we see this route dashboard, it's going to be route admin dashboard. So yeah, so the difference between now the two, as we can all see, is that the other one had like I think 6 routes with admin dashboard. Now here we only have 2, and that's the full-on difference between the two. And if I refresh this, I think we'll be able to see that we've gotten quite ahead. Lots of errors, of course, like some 4.4s over here. Just stream application logo.view. So I'm going to go back to this test app, and instead of like copying everything, all I'm going to do is copy this Jetstream folder, and then I'm going to go back to the stocks app and then paste it inside our JS. That'll pretty much sort out everything. Yeah, pretty much. So now it's using the welcome, right? This layout, this app layout is using not this one. Let's just go back to the stocks app. It's using the welcome inside our, the difference between the two is this welcome over here. So if I come in here and take this welcome and say that this is what we want to use inside our stocks app, I'll come in here and replace everything that's given in the welcome.view, save it, and then watch how things just change. Interesting. It's not changed completely yet. Because, I mean, wait, what? No, the test app is already done. We already finished using the test app. And, I think we should be able to now refresh this properly. It should be working. I don't understand why it's not working. But maybe on perspective of this thing being forged via Bootstrap. But you can see everything here works. If I go to profile works like a charm. It's just that these styles are not being put forward the way I expected them to be put forward. And what have I missed out? I think I've missed out something in our SAS. There's something in the SAS that I've missed out. So let's open Bootstrap. Let's see what happens here. So there's Bootstrap, then we have the not the distributables, but the SCSS. Then we have Bootstrap. This is all I need, really. Then there's the JS. The JS is already in effect. So I'm wondering, what is it that I'm missing to make these items work? Because, oh yes, of course. Let me open the test app again, because we still need to change all of the differing UI that is in place. So like things to do with auth, everything that is here in auth we need to change back out. So I'm going to come in here and copy it, and then come back to our resources, JS, and then go to pages, then auth, and I am going to replace everything here. Alright, then do the pasting. I'm going to delete this and then paste. Right, and then we see the modification. Right, so they're modified in a way that if we look at what was there before using Git, this and this, two different things, two completely different things. And then of course over here we have the script at the very bottom. Here, up here, we have the script at the very top, which, I mean, if we're looking at it, doesn't make much of a difference, because over here we're still using the verification send, and then over here we're still using the same verification send using the inertia form verification send, verification link sent, same thing. So if we're looking at the difference, I don't see a difference really. There's not much difference if we're looking at this from both standpoints. The only difference really is maybe the way the composition has changed, because this one is using what different, I don't know, they're all the same. They all look like they're the same. Verification link sent, it's using a computed constant. The same thing could be said about this situation over here, where instead of using that computed constant, it's going to be using it as the method, which is fine. Also not method but property of the component. Yeah, I think they're the same. I mean, let me just switch off Git now at this point. So I can close the working tree and then we can move on forward. So I think we've sorted out that bit heavily. So if I come in here and just refresh this, so it's not really rendered or re-rendered everything. So if I come in here and refresh everything now after re-rendering, nothing still. It should have re-rendered everything else. Should have come and re-rendered everything else now. Okay, let's try it out. Let's try the oh, that was authentication, not profile. What am I saying? Okay, so let's go back to the task app and then we open profile. There's this thing for the partials and then there's the show. So I'm going to copy those two, come back here, delete the partials file, the partials folder and the show file, and then paste it in there to show that we have a modification. And we have Vite reloading everything. Should be working now. Perfect. Perfection. So if I click on this, it works seamlessly. And of course the name super administrator works fine, but I need this to change because I've used when I go back to my database migrations users table, I'll be able to see that, oh, we're still using name. So I think that's okay. I don't think much else of this. This is the test app. What am I saying? Let me just close that to stop confusing myself. Did I do anything for the API? No, I didn't do anything for the API, but we won't use that bit of the code. So we're going to go to database migrations and then we look at the users table. As you can see, we have first name and last name, and those are the 2 points that you need to be editing inside your profile. So what we can do for that particular point is change this name and split it up into first name and last name. So we'll go back to our section over here for the resources, views, no, not views, but JS, pages, profile, partials, and then we come into update profile information. So over here we have these 2 inputs for the we have made 3 inputs for the photo, for the name, and then for the email address. I'm going to change it a bit. So over here where there's name, I'm going to come in here and change this to first name, and then label 4. So I'm going to just do this, then I'll just change to first name, and then I'll match the case so that we can be able to come to the ones that need changing only. So first name, first name, first name there, first name there, first name there, first name there, and then we also change the ones at the bottom, the first name, first name. All right, so this now then therefore just puts us in position to put last name here. So I'm going to come in here and look at find, and then I'm going to just say last. This time I'm not going to match the case because I'm using, first thing I'm changing is this one, then move to this one, then 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 this one. Then we come in here, we paste this, and then we look up last. That's it. Save that, and then we go back to look at this. Refresh this, and we can see first name and last names are popping up. If I change this to super administrator 2, say for example, it might not work because if I save, let's look at this. Oh, it worked. Did I change this in the actions already? I must have changed it in the actions already. Yes, I did. Yes. Excellent. So I think we're on track. I'll just close all of these and then minimize everything. So we're on track with this. So I'm just going to save this to administrator 1. It's saved. I'll go back to the dashboard. As you can see, the dashboard is only highlighting, or rather it's showing this when it's ready. Should I call it ready? Really, I should say, yeah, pretty much. there's another piece of interesting stuff. When you come into the point for the JS, and then we go to pages, and then we go to welcome. This welcome is the front page. It's the main. It's like the main front page, really. And it should be working with Bootstrap. But when we look at our admin dashboard, it's importing pages from components, which is using this welcome over here. So also these components need to actually change, but the difference now is the components have changed here to this point over here. So we need to actually change, we need to delete these components over here. So this one's JS components, right? We'll come in here and then hit delete on those, and then come and rename this Jetstream to components. And I'm going to press enter on that, and then it will do a lot. In the meantime, we refresh and we see a bit of some changes, and then you can see there's a lot of 404s waiting for us, definitely. So maybe we just need to change this back to Jetstream first. Let's change that back to Jetstream first, and then we can now go and reconfigure some few things. First of all, when you go to pages and then we go to profile and show, or not even show, we're going to go to layouts, app.layouts, and then we look at what is being imported as components, really. We can see application mark is being used, banner, drop down link, nav link, responsive nav link. But when we come to how they're going to be used, you can see it's using jet application mark over here, which is supposed to be made up from the very end, or the very end position here, which is being imported here. Jet application mark from the jet application mark up here. So what we're doing here is we've pretty much eradicated the use of this first script tag over here. That one is not going to be used whatsoever. We come back to the bottom, and I'm going to minimize this and then just delete everything from that point onwards. So that's where they're going to be using. You can see it's at Jetstream. So instead of using add components, we're going to be using add Jetstream. So I'm going to come in here and say at layouts, that's fine, but at components, we're going to use add Jetstream. And then save that, and then we look into how that welcome page comes out, and boom, we have our welcome page. Very soft and nice. It looks well done, looks very well done. If we check out the responsiveness, of course, the responsiveness of Bootstrap is usually somewhat static. It doesn't move with the page. But I mean, at the end of the day, screens are always going to be fixed in size, right? So we move on further. This looks good. This looks really, really good. So I'm going to come to logout, and then we can see our login page is already in place, which is excellent, which is very, very good. All right, so we log back in. Let's just now change some few things over here, especially now with our app layout. Because I want us to use admin.lte or admin LTE, as some of you might refer to it. So one thing I usually like to do is either clone it and open it separately, which I'm going to do just now. So I'm going to open admin LTE. A limited time edition is what LTE should be standing for, but these guys have been producing this dashboard for years and years and years, to the point where, like, I've really now understood that this dashboard is going to be free forever, and now we can create things we can create other stuff from this dashboard. So many people use admin LTE, many people. Like, it's a habit at this point. So the source code, I can get it as a zip file, or I can go ahead and look at the code bit and just you know, I could just, okay, so the most recent commit was 3 months ago. We were fixing some of the jQuery interfaces for all plugins. There was another commit over here for the package lock and the package.json, which they were putting in some more stuff. So I like pulling the source code and cloning it into the system from this point onwards. So I'm just going to go to the desktop, open the terminal in here, and then git clone, git clone, and then I'm going to do shift insert and then press enter. It's going to clone into admin LTE. We're receiving all the objects. It has lots of images as well, so there's that. All in all, this produces a decent UI, I'd say, for sure. Produces very, very decent UI. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and check out Chelsea's game, because I mean, I'm seeing George Benson putting out some tweets over here. Hey, AC Milan have a red card. Chelsea are winning. Fam, let's just actually watch this. Where's my DSTV? Oh, this is good. This is really good. Oh, so sad. This shouldn't have been a red card. Fikayo Tomori didn't really do much. Aww. Well, it's 2-0 to Chelsea. Kovacic has found Gallagher. Is Gallagher moving with the ball? It's Rhys James. Rhys James is gonna find Raheem Sterling. Back to Rhys James. And we're done already cloning. So I'm gonna put this at the side over here. I'm going to listen to this in the background. Oh, who is this running? Can you imagine? That was such a direct run in. Koulibaly. Finding Pierre, but Pierre couldn't reach. Oh, Oba has already scored. Nice. So it's Oba and Jorginho, I believe, because if Tomori got a red card for a clear goal scoring opportunity, then Jorginho took the penalty. And I can see Jorginho playing, so definitely it should be Jorginho. It's just a wild guess. That's a good corner. Someone should go for it. Okay, Chile. They're playing so fast, Chelsea. It's like they just decided to wake up 2-0, and it's not even well into the second half. They're just very convincing, this team. Conor Gallagher is now running. It's Raheem. Now we look. God damn, I'm watching a lot of football instead of coding. Okay, so let's code admin LTE. All right, so this is how it's going to be. I'm going to just open this, and I'm going to open with live server so that we can get to see what it looks like on the ends. But live server is opened through goddamn, it's opened through Chrome. I don't want live server to open through Chrome. Let's go to default apps. Let's go to Google Chrome. Let's go to HTML document. Should be Google Chrome. HTML, Google Chrome, and close that chapter. Now let's open this again with live server. It doesn't listen. It just doesn't listen. There's some problems that I think I just need to go and get there. So what does this admin LTE.scss have? Because this is the one that I imported. So I went to the build, the SCSS. God damn. Where did that cough come from? I'm legit not sick. Where is that cough coming from? Persistent coughs after a flu, man. I don't like them. Oh, Rhys James was tackled. Zlatan out. Watching his AC Milan team get thrashed. Anyway, goddamn. Paulo Mandolini. Hey, Shevchenko played for both clubs at one point. Man, I'm too distracted to even continue this, to be honest. But let me just try and get to achieve what I wanted to achieve, which was the styling bit. So I guess at this point we just have to get the latest releases, because that piece of code was a bit faulty. So I'm going to come and get this and unzip it. It's I don't know how big this thing is. Okay. So I go to open it. I don't know why it took so long, to be honest. So I'm going to come and drag it to the desktop. This Raphael there, man, is skillful. And fast. You better come to Chelsea, that lad. Again, emphasis on the strength of this coffee. My God. Oh, Reese is injured. Reese is injured. This is a cry. Screw you, Hernandez. Right, we're done with importing this admin LTE. Just a few changes. Let's open this. Let's see. Great. So this is, of course, only for demo purposes. Can see how this thing works. Definitely. Jag, all those things. There's a calendar, which is excellent. There's a sales graph. There's a visitors page and all that. There's another sales chart over here. Then of course we have this. I want to use this theme. It may be a bit mid in terms of like what it can offer, but you know, at the end of the day, styling that will be much easier than styling this template will be much easier than you know, something a bit more complex. So I'm just going to open this in the terminal, and I'm going to do what, so that I can be able to pick out a few of the styles. Olivier Giroud out for Ante Rebic. This is not bad. And Aspi in for Reece James. Ruben in for Raheem Sterling. Aubameyang is fast. Oh my goodness. What? Alright, let's talk about speed again. Conor Gallagher is also fast. Jesus. Anyway, so I'm going to come in here in the index. I can see a few of these items over here. So what I'm going to do also on top of this, I'm going to come in here and just take the dist, CSS and all these things. So I'm going to come in here and take the dist, copy it, go back to the code base. I don't know if this will definitely work. I don't know if this will work, but let's try this. Okay, so I'm going to go to my public, and then I'm going to go to, I'm going to paste it here inside public, the dist folder. Now upon pasting it in the dist folder, I'm going to go to my my resources, views, app.blade.php, and then I'm actually going to now try and import the styles. So the styles, first of all, will require me to use source sans, font awesome, overlay scroll bars, and all these other different things. So I'm just going to come in here, copy this link, come in here and paste them here. I don't think I'll use Nito at this point. So at that point, let's just try and see what happens next. So none of my browsers are open at this point. I don't know if Google Chrome would go limp. Okay, it's working now. Set as default, please. Chrome is my default browser for everything. I don't know why it's telling me otherwise. Wow. Okay, so let's open the stocks app again. Okay, let's try this now. So I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to copy what we have inside the body of our I'm just going to do this. I'm just going to copy what we have in the body of our the body of our admin LTE. Where is this admin LTE? And then see if it actually works. So I linked this here. Let's just go back to our app.php. It's not going to detect anything until we direct it to the dist folder and the plugins folder as well. I didn't import the plugins folder, did I? So there's dist, there's docs, there's pages, there's plugins. I didn't explore the plugins. So let's just bring in the plugins into our public. This is a good corner setup for Chelsea. That's a good corner taken. That's a good shot as well, but it's gone too high for Chilwell. Gonna / it like that. It's going to check these plugins so that we can be able to have something substantial. Definitely it's brought in Where's this? Dist? Yeah, dist admin LTE. So let's try this. Right, so it looks like it's actually imported in the admin LTE bit. So if I come in here and hover over this, I think the admin LTE is working. You can see if it's this, and then it highlights. Now I'm going to change. I'm going to add some JS, and I think I'll add it inside the body tag. So this JS is coming in from our admin LTE as well. So there's Jquery, there's and the likes, Jquery UI, and all these things. So all the script tags, I'm just going to add them here inside the body, and then where we have src, you're just gonna sort this out with a /, and that's it. Now let's see if it will work. All right, so you can see this admin LTE's demo is there. I'm just going to disable this and refresh again, so it's not going to pop up again, and the JS is still working, so it is good. So I'm going to go to app layout. I'm going to remove everything inside app layout, right? Like so. So maybe I'll just leave the template tag there, and then after that I'll put in the div for the wrapper, which is inside. Yeah, so this div for the wrapper, right? I could use the okay, for the body part, the body, I will go back and add the class inside our app.js as well. So the app.blade.php, sorry. So I'll come in here and add this. Like that. Save that. Let's see what happens if we refresh. Nothing much happens. Okay, so now we have to copy this. Let's see what happens if we come and do this to the app layout. Yeah, save this, and then let's see what happens. Boom. So it stays, the logo itself stays. I'm gonna remove I'm going to remove the preloader from here. Save this and refresh. Okay, looks like things are smooth, except the JS bit over here, up here especially, is not working. This works, of course it does. This works, but this part over here for that part doesn't work. Okay, so we have the wrapper, it's working. We have the navbar, it's working. The right navbar links are working. Then we have the aside, which is also working. Now we have the content wrapper, which now we start doing things with. And then there's the part for the main content, which is section class content. And then I'm going to come in here and remove container fluid. Maybe I'd have the container fluid, but after that, this entire div will host the section. So I'm going to come in here and just do a slot. So slot. I'm going to remove the caps and do slot. It should be like this, like so. Save. Then if I refresh, we'll be able to see Yeah, that works. That definitely works. Okay, and then we remove the footer. We'll remove this footer. We'll remove the second aside, which I don't think we'll need. And then when it comes to now the aside bit where we have the links, we could do a few things, like say for example in this sidebar we could put, say, something like the application logo over here. So you can say maybe jet application, and then we can do Marco logo. I think logo is the one. Save that, refresh, let's see what happens. Nothing, absolutely. But this is a users, so I think we'll just do auth user. Auth. Then we'll do user. Then we'll say profile photo URL. Wait, is this? No, this is the goddamn. This is the JS part. This is not the blade part. This is the JS. So in JS, I'm sure we have props. We'll say props dot user dot profile photo URL, something like that. I think that should be it. Or something like page props. I think it's page.props. Page.props. Something like that. It should be, I guess. This is just pure guesswork I'm trying to put across here. I'm not entirely sure what should be here, what shouldn't be here. I'm sure we're passing props into this app that this part over here. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go and get our view dev tools, which is inside the F12. View dev tools should be here. Right, so I'm going to go to root inertia, and then we're going to go to props. Right, and then we're going to go to user. Then we have a lot of things here. Profile photo URL, you can see. So let's try that. Let's try that for now. Okay. Should it be in like a page? Initial page. You can see initial page. Props. User. So I think this is accurate. But I wonder what was there beforehand. So I'm just going to backspace all of these to go back and see what we had. So you can see this page props Jetstream has features. Going back to where we are, I think we have to not use okay, Kai Havertz is coming on. I think I like the way this team is playing. Okay, so what we need to do at this point is, I think we need to colon this, and then we come and use page props over here at this point. So we'll come and say page dot props, yeah, dot user dot profile photo URL. Now at this point we need to wire ourselves to be using JS, because now we are in for it, for real. Like you can see, definitely we are in and we're in good. So that works. What about this one? So we come in here and replace this entire thing with maybe say the jet application mark or something like that. What were we using before? The application logo, the application mark. I think it was the application mark. But let's try it. So I'm going to replace this entire thing with jet dash application dash mark. Just leave it like this. Let's see if it will work. It will, but we need a proper size. Maybe say logo now. Will it work? Let's see. That works. So you can see the Laravel Jetstream logo is there, but that's not what we want. We want the mark itself. So you have the mark, we have the logo. What else do we have? We have the mark, we have the logo. We have the mark, we have the logo, we have the banner, we have the drop down, we have all those things. So coming back to where we were before, can do mark. Then we can say maybe say width. So width can be something small, maybe say like what, 65 pixels, something like that. Right. So you can even do it like this, even without this brand text. And we pull it off, right? And the class will be brand link, maybe say text center, something like that. Yeah, and we're good. So now this jet application mark can change depending on what it is that we want this thing to carry out for us. If I go to the distributables, the CSS, then the admin LTE CSS, we'll be able to see Bootstrap is the co-conspirator for this entire application, right? But there's something about this app, this back that I don't like in terms of the color. And here's the color, so I'm just going to come in here and look for it. So you can see this border color, that so I'm going to look for it. So it's 26 instances that you can see. So there's a sidebar dark, there's the so there's another one for sidebar light. So there's sidebar dark and sidebar light. So let's try and change a few things over here. When it comes to the stocks application, so I'm going to come into the app and then we're going to try sidebar light. Wait, is it here really? Sidebar light, sidebar dark primary. Let's try sidebar light. Let's try that and then we do what we do. So you can see sidebar light, and then we can try say maybe say warning. We'll save that, and then we see what happens next. Look at that. I mean, it's just Bootstrap colors that are kind of taking the play. Which is good, which is really, really good. I kind of like this one. I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it like this. Now this is part over here that doesn't work. The data widget push menu is not working for some reason. And then there's this thing for the A tag. Alright, this A tags don't work over here. I think it should be inertia hyphen link. And then the same thing. Here. And then this href will be 2. So I come in here and say 2, and then I'll do a route, and it's a function, and then I'll say admin.dashboard, or I'll say, I don't know, home, something like that. So the reason why I said home is because inside our routes, what we have here is this redirect the home link to the dashboard. Okay, never mind. I think we can just do this name dashboard. And that's it. And then what we can do here, instead of route home, we can do route dashboard. Okay, so this will be our first link that should be working, but looks like initial link is not working. Should be href then. I think it should be href. No, it's not. Let's inspect that one. Initial link. Or is it link? It should be link. I think it's link. Because what are we importing into this class here? We're importing link, head and link, yes. Head and link, so I think link is the one. Let's go back to where we were. So inertial link should be link. Yep, so this one will take us straight to the dashboard. So if I click on this, it will lead us to the admin dashboard still. You can see there's no changes whatsoever because of that redirect. And yeah, now I think we have our stylings carefully picked out, so we just need to set up a component for the administrative links and employees links, which from this point onwards, that's very easy to do. You can see here we have dashboard v1. We have all these nested links over here. So I'm going to just come in here and take this. And then call template. Then I'll say you render if the page props user is admin. Then you'll say maybe say what, admin links. I'll call it like this. Yeah, I'll call it like that. And then inside our components or inside our jet stream, let's just go inside, let's create a folder. Let's create a folder called components. Just with a capital C at this point. And then inside components, I'm going to create admin links.view. Inside admin links.view, we're going to start with a view classic. Oh, we don't have any stuff. So I'm going to say template. Inside the template, we're going to put the UL. I'm going to save this and see if that works. That doesn't work. What? Wait, how? Oh, I didn't save this, so yeah, there we go. So nothing is showing up here. The search is not showing up here. Oh, the search is just up here, which is this one, sidebar search form. I'm gonna comment this out for now. I'm going to comment this out for now so that we can look at it differently now. So the search bar is gone. Now, if I import this admin links, components, admin links. Right, this works. Then I come in here and use it down here. If I import it like that, then I think everything should just render. Yeah, excellent. So this is quite simple now. I mean, at this point now we have admin links, and I can now decide which links are not going to show up and which links are going to show up. In this situation, we're going to have so many. Not like we can comment out right now. So you can see this is a nested one, but uses a certain template that can be worked with. So I can say remove the rest aside from that one for the dashboard. So there's dashboard v1, v2, v3, and this one is a nested one. So in this situation, what we're going to do, I'm going to copy this one, and then you use the ones that are at the bottom as templates. And then any A tag, any one that is an A tag. So Alt select will be link. All right, and then this will be href, right? So if this is href, the href will be referencing a route to the dashboard. So this, in this situation, will be the admin's dashboard. Admin dashboard. All right. Property route does not exist. That's because we've not brought in other stuff. Come on, finish. It was offside, okay. Link has what? Link has 2. I think here in the app layout I put href like this. So it should work generally. If we look at it like that, it should be working. So if we save this and then we just do that, or refresh, this shouldn't be here. And then this is it's not registered as a link, so big problem. So this should be written A, just like these other ones. If you look at this one is showing A, yet we've saved it as link. So which means we've not imported link. So we need to import link. So inside script, we'll just do a few importations here. Link from, and then at the end of the day we have to export. Wait, can I even recall what are we exporting? Default. Yeah, let's just go back. Export default, and then we open up the stuff. We start with props. No, we start with components, because I want to go straight in for the link. So let's see what happens in this situation, because this needs to be inspected. So I'm gonna refresh this. Oh, it's back. It's just that easy. It's that easy. So at this point in time, I want to disable the active aspect of this nav link over here, so that once we do this, we're going to have another property over here called class, and then I'm going to say we're going to say class, and then we're going to put a few JavaScript commands over here. So if the route current and then we go to dot current is the route current is now indeed this route that we're dealing with, which is admin dot dashboard. And then over here, now this is not where we're supposed to have it, so I'm just going to Control X, remove this one. So I'm just going to do this, then open this, and then say active and an empty string. Save that. Let's see what happens. Boom, that's great. Then we'll look at this and inspect. As you can see, active is already added there. If we inspect this one, we removed active from that point. So that's how it works. That's how it generally works. Bamang is scoring at a good rate today, right? We can see it now. Nope, copyright. Let's be very careful. Guideline strikes. Okay, I'm waiting for goal review. I don't know about anyone else who's on the stream who's currently watching the game. I'm waiting for goal reviews. Okay, so now since I'm using this as a template, I can just decide to comment it out and save it, so that we can just remain with dashboard for now. Drop downs are not working. I think the only drop downs I've seen working are these ones. I don't know. Menu open. Okay, also this, I need to take a look at why this part over here is not working. Where we have, if I just open it on like this part here, right? Why are you not working? You know, it's a very puzzling question, but it's really ringing in my mind. Why is it not working? Let me go ahead and enable this demo.js and see if things are going to be okay from that point onwards. Nope. So this part for control sidebar, choosing constants, and then after that we have a few functions that allow for the sidebar to be in and out. So what I'll have just done, really, if I'm being very honest, is this sidebar mini layout fixed. I'll remove layout fixed. Let's try and see. What's the second? This is the second dashboard. This is the dark one. Okay, so for now, I think this part for the styling is done. The only problem I have with this bit is that I click on this and it's not minimizing the sidebar the same way this is doing. It's just, I'm not having it. I'm just not. What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? What can we do? What are we gonna do? That's another question. And then where I've put the slot, I think where I've put the slot is a bit damaging to the content, because over here where we have content header and then we have section class content. Section class content, I highly doubt that it will be. I highly doubt that section class content is also in a situation, in a place where we can do what? Section class content. I don't think in our CSS not the content wrapper, but content. Yeah, there we go. So there's a part of it that has maybe a there's some padding inside it. 0.5 rem between so this is length and then this height or percentage. So you can see this is not what I want. Now let's remove content from that section class. Let's see what happens. Problem also because it's sideways. So let's remove container fluid. Now container fluid will make it go to the edges. Yeah. So where does this, I mean, the content wrapper of course has a bit of shenanigans also playing here. Okay, let's look at these mini links, which is home and dashboard over here. I'm gonna get rid of this entire column. Okay, I think I should have just done this from the very beginning. Inspect element, ladies and gentlemen. Inspect element will help. BG white. Is this part for the BG white? Where is this coming from? Right? Where is this coming from? And this PY12. Like, do we even need this? Do we? BG white, BG white. Like, do we need you? No, we do not. So this one, it's all in the slot actually. It's all in the welcome, in this part over here. So if we get rid of, like, let's say for example, to the template header. So if I came and just got rid of this, then I'd be good, right? So now this is where we begin. This is the dashboard. If I come in here and start saying, like, say for example, dot container, then dot card, then I do dot card header, and then I do h5, something like that, right? And then I just write this is our first table. I'll save that, reload this, reload the thing, and we have our card set up over here. Now we have our card body. This is just generally what I was aiming for. Table special, the table is responsive, table is striped, table is hover, borderless, of course, primary, nope, and then align middle, that's fine. And then this spot for the table light, table dark, caption, the table name, this will be a test table, and I'll save it and just let it run. I'll just go with it. Heck, I can even just get rid of this caption itself. I don't need it. Perfect. Then this table responsive. Every single time I create a table responsive, I put that class inside the table body, the card body, because I don't need it in another div. That will not make sense. So I need it to be at the very edge. So if I do that, I'll refresh, and then we'll see that if I reduce the size of this, then you'll see it like expand so that we can be able to have, and then it only does that when we reach that level. But other than that, I think we have a very nice and very responsive table. T-foot, not really required. Then we have table hover, table striped, table borderless. I think I'm going to remove table striped. Hover, borderless, middle, so I'm going to remove borderless. Align middle, table dark, I think I'll remove, no, I'll keep table dark for now. That's okay. Table hover, it's hovering. Table hover, align middle, table dark. And then there's this part over here, there's a table group divider. I don't like dividers, so let's just get rid of that. And then we have primary, table primary, we don't want those, and we're good. I think this stands for the table very well. We could put table bordered as a class as well. Something like that. I think it's bordered. Should be, yeah. So yeah, can put table bordered as well, which is fine. I think at the end of the day, if we have all this, let me just replicate it as much as I can so that I can see how the dashboard like fares on. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it looks good. It feels good that I'll also be able to do it like this. The part for the align middle, maybe not so much. But I did a container indeed, so it's going to stretch over all the way to the container. So you can do fluid. If I do fluid, it will go till there, which is fine. still proper, actually, come to think of it. And yeah, I think that's it for now. I'll leave it at this for now, because now we'll come and really dive deep into what data we're going to be presenting through from this side of things, from the controller side of things, coming over till the user side of things, like the views and all that. So I'll leave it at that, guys. I think we've quite sorted out lots of errors. We've done quite a bit, and yeah, I think I'm happy. I think I'm happy with the progress that we've reached. It's not much, but it's something. Oh, before we even go and log off, I mean, I need to change that name. Of course, Alexander Pierce is not the one that I want to use for this. So I'm just going to open this again. I'm gonna open Stocks App again. And then I'll go to the app layout, and then I'll change a few things. So over here where it's written Alexander Pierce, of course we're going to change this, and this will be page.props.user.name. Save that, come in here, refresh. Oh, by the way, it won't reflect right now because of course Vite is not running. So if I refresh this, of course there'll be nothing, even the view stuff won't be there. So I need to do npm run dev so that we can refresh this. Oh. Should be loading right about now. All right, so you can see super administrator is there now. Nothing else I really want to do at this point. Everything else we'll sort it out in due time. Now we need to focus on the core parts of the application, which are now how do we enter products, how we're going to update the products, how we're going to deal with them if there is an overflow, if there's an understock, if there's, if someone is issuing items from one department to another, how we're going to handle departments, etc, etc, etc. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, that will be all for today. This has been Steve Nyanumba with TechChess, and today we have covered quite a bit of front-end code. Now we're going to go back to the back-end when it comes time, which is going to start from tomorrow at around 8:30 p.m. GMT +3. Latest to start the stream is probably 9. So that being said, guys, I'll leave it at that. Thank you for tuning in. For those guys who have been tuning in, for those guys who've been diligent, I can see you, Bernard. Thank you for tuning in. I've not seen anybody else though, but yeah, I mean, the live streams are the live streams. For those guys who are going to be tuning in for the videos, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe as well, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, of course, and God bless.